morning. Is this thing working? Good morning, good morning. I'll wait till he turns. All right, there we go. There we go. Y'all can hear me this morning. You guys having a good morning so far? Yeah. They're going to be passing out some pamphlets there. You guys can get in them. Don't go through them quite yet. Sort of just, you guys can glance at them. We're going to be hitting some topics here and there. I'm going to give you a little backstory while they're passing that out, and then we're going to get into it. Who's excited to talk about client relations? Yeah. Now, all y'all that just cheered, y'all are all lying, because everybody likes to sell. No one likes to take care of their clients, right? We're gonna show some ways. I'm hoping today that I'm going to learn some things. You guys are going to learn some things. And then people beside you will learn some things from you guys as we're going to share some things about what we do for client relations. As we have a couple offices, one here in Springfield. I sort of manage our one in Marshfield. But I'm going to give you a little backstory of who I am. I grew up on a farm milking cows. Anybody ever milked cows before? All right, a handful of you. So if this guy from milking cows is doing insurance, you guys can all do it too. All right, so I started out when I was about 19 years old. I interned from Mutual. As you guys know, Brian is my father-in-law. Interned there because I was getting a degree at Baptist Bible College. And at age 20, I decided to put my big boy pants on and become an agent. So I became an agent right before me and my wife got married at age 21. Her dad made us wait till we were 21. Best thing we ever did, waiting, but highly recommend that. We have 3 beautiful kids. And then in 2014, we started Secure Insurance Group. As many of you guys know, if you've ever been a captive agent, you're very grateful to become an independent agent. Okay, your comp levels went from about here to here. Okay, so we're going to dive in on a few things. If you guys, I think I got the clicker, don't I? Let me get over to the next one here. There we go. Perfect. So I did this on my computer. I'm hoping you guys can see. Can everybody see the little writing underneath the client relations? Pretty good there in the back. Okay, if I can read it. It says the sole reason we're in this business is to make life less difficult for our clients. All right, Matthew, he's a lawyer there and made that statement. So you're going to see a few statements here and there from these guys that I think are really cool. So client relations, again, I'm going to share some things with you, some things we do with relationships to our clients. All right. So first thing first, you guys go ahead and open up your pamphlets. There's going to be some things in there. You guys have heard Brian, if you guys ever been on Cody's YouTube and pulled up Brian, he goes over this a lot, and I might be stealing some of his thunder from his presentation in a little bit. But we have the product sheet. This product sheet's going to sell more policies than you're going to sell. Okay? This product sheet, you can do it a couple different ways. This product sheet we have when a client comes in. At our office, we give this to the client, just like a doctor's office. You know, when you go in the doctor's office, they hand you a sheet and they want you to fill out every single thing about yourself for the last 50 years. Okay? You hand them that, and then they're going to fill it out. Once you get it from the client, when you go in to do your presentation, I don't care if you're doing Medicare, Life, whatever you're doing, let's say you're doing Medicare, and they go over here and check annuities. And it happens. It happens quite often. Brian uses this every single time, and this is how we're able to build relationships with our clients, and this is going to tie into everything because if you know what your client is sort of looking for, you're able to help them on other things and also cross-selling. So this product sheet is something that you guys, I highly recommend. Make your own client sheet. Make your own product sheet. Everybody has different products that they sell, or maybe you guys don't sell some of these products that's on this sheet. Okay? This information I give you, you can use it. I'm not just giving you this information just to show you and be done with it by the end of the day. Okay? I want you guys to go out and use this stuff. A couple other things we do for our Medicare clients, Life clients. This particular deal is on Medicare here. Does anybody laminate their Medicare cards for them? Anybody that sells Medicare or PNC? We got some PNC people in here. Anybody laminate their cards for them when they come in? By show of hands. 3 people out of this whole room laminates their Medicare cards. Okay? I promise you, that is building a client relation. If you sell Medicare and you're laminating their Medicare cards, I know it's simple. Just like Tom, you did a wonderful job. Okay, it's just like Tom saying, the simple stuff, how a person's going to live longer, it's just, less stress, things like that. The little things, this is one of those little things you plug into your system, you're going to see their eyes just light up. Like, oh, really? You guys do that? Yeah, you don't have to go to Walgreens. We got you. Okay? And for some of you guys might say, is that legal? Yes, you can't laminate the Social Security cards. They changed that rule many years ago. You can laminate their Medicare cards. Can you laminate the PNC cards? You can do that, right? So anybody in the PNC, you can laminate those cards as well. Highly recommend that. I figured I'd get some more hands than that. Okay? Medicare card holder, this little guy. It's in your pamphlet. Okay? By a show of hands, how many of you guys have your own one with your name on it? By a show of hands. Okay, this is particular on Medicare, so 5 or 6 of you out of the whole room. Okay, these little things can be for anything. If you do PNC, if you do life insurance, you do Medicare, you can make your own little one, put what they have in there. Okay, now this little card holder, Patty, how much do these cost? Do you know? They're not much money at all, because if you ever are sitting down with the client and they pull one of these out, what's it usually say? Humana, about 30 cents. They usually say Humana, they usually say Aetna, something like that, because they picked them up at a booth and now they're using them. Instead of it saying Humana or Aetna, why don't it say your name on it? So when they pull that out at their friend's house, and they're like, oh, who's that? Well, that's who it is, okay? So highly recommend you guys doing that. And if you guys have questions like, well, where do I order these from? Ask Patty, their team over at Secure. They can at least tell you what website they go to order those, okay? I think we do a lot of our stuff locally. So. Walmart, $20. The laminating machine is $20. The little pouches you buy off Amazon is like $10. It comes with like 100 of them, okay? Super cheap stuff. All right, we're going to move into this little guy, thank you cards, okay? A lot of us do different ways. Some of us send out thank you cards. Some people call them and tell them, hey, thank you for your business. I know every team's a little different. Our team usually does this after we get a policy issued. So once we get a policy issued, we send out a thank you card. Okay? By a show of hands, how many people sends their clients thank you cards? Surely I should get everybody in the room. If you're not, you got to send your clients a thank you card, or at least call them and tell them, appreciate your business. Because even though, I might meet here with Amy, and we might have a good conversation, I might sell her something, but I want her to know, hey, I'm here for you. Thank you for your business. Obviously, she knows she made me money. Okay? I want her to know that. Okay? This thank you card here, as you can see inside, it's pretty simple. We go ahead and write in the information. Thank you for your recent business. It was my pleasure assisting you with your insurance needs. If there's anything I can help you with in the future, please feel free to contact me. If you recall, when they came in, they had this, right? So they remember all the products. They know all the products we offer already. So then we're just going to implement it even more when we give them a thank you card. Okay? So highly recommend you do a thank you card. Now, we'll get into the next one there in your pamphlet. But one deal we do is a quarterly newsletter. Not everybody has to do this. Not everybody does this. Obviously, going through this pamphlet, a lot of you guys don't do a lot of these things. Okay? But on a quarterly newsletter, by a show of hands, who does quarterly newsletters to their clients? Or yearly? Let's just say newsletters, period. Does anybody do newsletters? Okay. Guys, I know you guys are going to listen to a lot of good speakers. I'm privileged and I'm so glad I'm up here to talk to you guys about this because honestly, with the show of hands, you guys need this stuff. Okay? Quarterly newsletters is going to bring your clients to who you are. So if you pull this out here, give you an example. This was our Easter quarterly newsletter. Okay? You guys go ahead and pull that out. This was our quarterly Easter newsletter. This was not in an envelope. It was sent just like this, tape on the sides, of course, and sent out. Okay? This quarterly newsletter, if you look at this, we're going to get them some notable dates, just some things that's going on. You know, we're not selling insurance. We're not trying to do that. We get over getting storm ready, making sure they know what's going on. What are you doing when you do all this? Building the relationship between you and your client. This can be Medicare, this can be life, this can be PNC. It doesn't matter what business. You could be a lawn mowing company, and this stuff here is still going to apply to you. Okay? I think it was one of the ladies came up with the corn casserole. Just give them a little bit of something they could make. And then what individual, I'll say individual because some of you guys like these as well, you know, the words where you're going to find the word and you're going to circle it, right? We did a little deal. Congratulations to our winners. This was, they had found an Easter egg for their win in the previous mailer, if I recall. So we did something so we would get some engagement, some clients calling in saying, hey, I found it. I found this Easter egg. You know, can I get in the drawing? Yeah, you get in the drawing, okay? So you're just building that up. So, and giving a little highlight. And then what do we do on the back side of it? Again, we refresh their memory of everything we do. We refresh their memory of everything we do, and then it was like a little message from Brian, okay? So I would definitely highly recommend. Now, we do several different ones, okay? Our quarterly newsletters, you know, we send them out December, March, June, and September, okay? There's certain reasons for that. December, what do we all have? Christmas. Send you a Christmas card, okay? March, instead of a Christmas card, we send out our newsletter, okay? March, what's right by March? Anybody know? Okay. Easter, okay? So we send a little deal about Easter, all right? June, what's right there by June? 4th of July, right? In September, if any of you guys are Medicare, you know what that month means, okay? Preparation month. So we send out a preparation letters, which I'll get into in a minute, okay? So I'm going to go, and here's some more. This is the birthday cards. As you see here, there's a birthday card as well, okay? Show of hands, who calls their clients on their birthdays? Okay, who sends a letter instead? A couple of you. Okay, so you do both, Josh? Josh calls and sends a letter. Okay, we've went back and forth. We sent letters. Brian at their office had sent letters for years. Now they're starting to call them. I've always sort of called them. My sister's worked for me for 5 years. I've always had her call them and just tell them, wishing them happy birthday, and then letting them know, is there anything we can do for you? Okay? Because I'll be honest, there's a lot of times, you know, I might have a question, but I ain't going to call the guy. It's just, you know, maybe it's about something, and I don't want to really call him. But if he calls me, I'm probably going to say, hey, could you answer this question for me? Okay? So we try to get some engagement. So Miss Amy here has worked for our company for a long time. She does a lot of our client customer service. And so if Whitney calls them on their birthday and, oh, they got a question, well, guess what? Now Amy has something to do, right? So we keep that engagement, okay? This is a huge one, client appreciation. All right, with a show of hands, if you guys not doing some of this other stuff, how many people do client appreciations? Okay, got another one back there that does it? Anyone over here? Okay, client appreciations are huge, and this goes on every form of business, okay? I've been doing client appreciations for what, babe, 4 years? 4 or 5 years? Okay, we started with a little crowd at Golden Corral, okay? We got a little bigger, and then Golden Corral said, you're too big, we don't want you taking up all our spots. So we went to Bass Pro. Me and Matt, wherever Matt went, me and Matt set up a client appreciation at Bass Pro. Was we trying to sell insurance? No. We were trying to get all our clients in just to have a good time. We did some giveaways. We played bingo. We just had a great time, and they loved it. You know, we had a little deal of food items that they could pick through, but it was mainly just getting them in there. Of course, I do a lot of Medicare, so of course it was getting them in there before they got hounded by 1 million people, a million of you guys. So I highly recommend doing a little client appreciation. It don't have to be in September. It could be at any time, okay? Appointments. Some of you guys do home appointments, phone appointments, online appointments. We try to make it convenient for everybody. We try to make it home, office, phone. We'll go to a local place and do it. So I highly recommend. Some of you might just have to get out of your comfort zone and get out of your pajamas every once in a while and go to someone's house, right? And some of us that go to someone's house, we might need to make a few more phone calls. Okay, everybody gets stuck in a certain way, and it's good if it works. It just might, make it more convenient for the client. This is a new one we started doing, and I sort of liked it, so I thought I would throw it on here. It's finding places that give your clients discounts. Okay? And you're like, well, what the heck is that? I'll give you an example. We have a little coffee place that came into town. There was a lot of coffee places, but this was a new one. This was a couple young guys trying to start a business. So I said, how can we get these people some more business? Maybe they're right by our office. We want them to stay, right? Because obviously we use them. So we went to them and said, hey, what will you do for our clients? Could you give them 10% off, 15% off? Could you give them anything? So in one of our newsletters, it was the one previous before this, we sent out, hey, here's a 15% coupon, go to the coffee shop, it was a coffee trailer or whatever. Go to the coffee trailer and you get 15% off. The coffee people loved it. We just sent it out to thousands of clients that it could possibly come to them. So try to find some places that will engage into, because why? What's that going to do? It's going to be a real relationship with the coffee places or burger place, wherever. It's going to build a relationship for you guys there. It's also going to build a relationship for the clients, because you feel like they're doing something for me. Oh, I ain't going to leave them. I get 15% off at the coffee shop. Just little things like that. Okay? Everybody gets goodies from all the carriers, right? Carriers give us a lot of goodies. I appreciate the sponsors being here today. Okay? They give us a lot of stuff. If it's, chip clips to whatever it might, flashlights to pins, whatever they might give you, okay? Whatever carriers you deal with. Recommend having a little goodie box up front. It can have some of your stuff, like obviously we all had the mask, for them and things like that. But have a little goodie box that they can actually dive into, okay? I know, sounds funny, but I know you guys are all picking stuff off of those booths. Everybody likes free stuff, okay? It's nature of us, okay? Here's a quote. It says, people will forget what you said, they will forget what you did, but they will never forget how you made them feel, okay? And Maya, she's a poet. This is a few things we do for med subs. I just threw a few things we do for Medicare supplements, Medicare Advantage, and life insurance for all of us, okay? This is a few things, just a couple little things. We call clients 45 days before their effective date. Now, I know all you guys ain't from Missouri, so you don't have that crazy Missouri anniversary rule that we have to deal with every year, that someone's going to raise their rate by 10%. We got to change them, okay? You guys all don't have that. I understand some of you guys, that they're going to get their rate, and it's probably not going to change much each year. Okay, Missouri has a Missouri anniversary rule. So we need to make sure we're checking them every year to make sure that they're not spending more than they should. Okay? Is this one up? Okay. All right. Also, with Medicare supplements, as you guys know, what do they have to have? A drug plan, right? So we check their drugs October 15th through December 7th. Obviously, okay? I just wanted to implement a few things to you. A lot of people never call their clients on a Medicare supplement. They just leave them on as and have a good day, never really do nothing, okay? We highly recommend call them 45 days prior. Let them know, hey, have you got any increases? Okay, great. Now, if you get one in the mail, make sure you call us. We'll make sure we check to see if anybody's cheaper, okay? Just a little service, a little client relation, okay? I know you guys can't see it over here, but Medicare Advantage, and I'll just tell you guys what it says. But what we do during AEP, obviously we have a big client appreciation, right, where we bring people in. It's just us. We don't bring no sponsors. We don't bring no carriers because that's not the way we're just wanting it to be us, right? Fun time, all between all the rules. Okay, what do we do during AP? We send out letters in August that they'll return to us. What that means is, and I did not put in a pamphlet, probably should have, but what it is, it's a letter that's going to let them know, hey, we need your name, your address, all this information, any updated medication that you're taking. Send it back to us. Because when we get it, what we're going to do is we're going to make sure we have it all correct. Maybe they moved. Maybe, just different random stuff. I was about to say maybe they changed their birthday. They can't do that. So, random stuff, whatever they might change, we need to make sure that it's done. Okay? A lot of us do different things, but we call in September. Now, granted, I understand we got a lot of clients. Some of you guys got thousands and thousands of clients. And you're like, Ty, there's no way I can do this. Or maybe you got 20 and you're like, oh, yeah, I see everybody. Okay? We try to call, we got a big staff, okay? But we try to call everybody we can in September. And we try to set them up for October and November appointments and into December. Okay? You can't do that all the time. All right? Me and Matt, we ran over 1,400 appointments in October and November, and they were all in-person appointments. Not everybody can do that. Okay? And there was several that we just did over the phone, things like that. Several people don't even want to change, right? They just want to stay where they're at. Okay? All right, group member meetings. I found this one to be very, very good. You get a group of your clients, you send them deals, have group meetings, you go over some of the plans, not in really big detail, but just little detail. And then if they like the plan, hey, nothing really changed on their plan, they just need to stay where they're at. But if they're like, hey, I want some information on that other plan over there. Well, let's set up a time because what do we all need to do? Check their medications, right? We check their medications every single time. We start there, okay? So recommend doing some stuff like that. If you guys have any questions on that, we'll get to it. I don't want to take up too much of the time. Here's another one by the same lady. This was actually not one of her actual quotes. It was actually down below. She just said it in an interview, but it should have been one of her quotes. She says, great customer service is about making the customer feel satisfied and feel as if they made the right decision when they chose our company to solve their problem. Okay? And I feel like that's definitely the truth on all that. Life insurance. Hands, how many people sell life insurance? A lot of us, right? Okay? So on life insurance, everybody does stuff different, right? On life insurance, you make the sale. It's a little different than everything else. Different than home and auto that some of you guys sell. Different than some of the group benefits. Different than, Medicare. On life insurance, you can really just sell it and just let it ride, right? You don't really have to check it a whole lot. But we sort of do it a little differently. What we're going to do is we're going to call them every single year. Brian has started this new thing where he sends out an email, if I'm not mistaken, an email with some designated information on it just to update them, let them know what's going on. If any of you guys sell indexed, products, everybody's always wanting to know what's going on each year. But we're always trying to stay engaged. So on life insurance, of course, you're just calling them. Just say hi. Maybe they need additional coverage. Can you guys see these? Okay. Maybe they need additional coverage. Maybe they had a child. How many young people you guys know that have a child right now, but you have their mom and dad, but you've never called them to ask them about their insurance on their mom? Tom just got done talking about children on the children policies. I have 3 children. They all have policies on them. All right? Recommend it. Divorce. How many people you know that you have them and they get divorced? I'll be honest. For a while, I don't know what was wrong, but for a while, I felt like all the life insurance I was selling is because someone was getting divorced. I had the policies, and now we got to separate it, and we're going to do whole new policies or change beneficiaries. Okay? Changing beneficiaries is a huge thing. Someone's passed away. Hey, we're divorced now, so this person, or maybe now I want my child on there. Whatever the situation is, it's always changing. If we don't call them, there's a good chance they're never going to call us to even Think about it. Okay? Referrals, the biggest one, and Brian will tell you every single time. We sell more products from referrals than we do marketing on anything else. Referrals, referrals, referrals. If you call on them every year, guess who's in the front of their mind when their life insurance comes and their daughter turns 18 and she wants to up it, she gets married, they're thinking about us. Well, we hope they do, right? Okay? So, I'll leave you with this, and there's a couple other things here. Excellent customer service is a #1 job in any company. Okay? It is the personality of the company and the reason customers come back. Without customers, there is no company. Okay? That's probably the most truth reading that than anything. Okay? Because without you guys, we're not here, right? Okay? Without you selling something, your family ain't going to be able to do as much without that customer. Okay? So customers mean everything. Okay? Agents mean everything to us. All right? There is one other little deal I wanted to share, a couple things. And here is our thing that we give each client. Okay? This deal here is for Facebook reviews and Google reviews. This is a new thing we've started because we've noticed working with Landon and them, the more you're on Google, the more you get calls. And we found out, hey, we got to get more reviews. We got to get to the top, okay? Our company, we bought out in Marshfield, Missouri. They had really good presence, but they had no online presence. So if you typed in Medicare, Marshfield, Missouri, they never showed up, okay? Now we're like at the top of the list. I get a monthly deal telling me, hey, you got this many reviews, you had this many people click, this is how many people looked up this. I like to know that stuff now. Before, I had no earthly idea what it even meant. Okay? So really highly recommend getting you something on there, trying to get them to do reviews. Again, this is little things that we've started implementing here recently, especially on the Google and Facebook. Okay? The reviews matter because I got seeing it myself. Me and Zeb went to Texas. Anybody of y'all went to that SWAT training? Okay, some of you did. All right, we were down there and we did a deal where we pulled up best places to eat. 3 pop up. They got like 5,000 reviews at 5 stars. Well, guess where we went? We went one of the top 3. We didn't hit the more reviews. We just went to them. So people do that, and people are going to start doing that even more because this younger generation, we all know how to use the phone, and that's what we use for everything, okay? So one deal I do want to do real quick, as my time is sort of out, I think. Okay, I'll be fast, okay? I would like you to do one thing, because anytime I do any of these client relations, even with my agents, is I want to know what you guys are doing. So I want you guys to look to your left. I know you guys haven't, get you a little active. But I want you to look to your left and your right, and I want you guys to tell each other one thing that you guys do that I didn't mention. Okay? One thing, because I want you guys I want one from each section to tell me one thing. Okay? Go ahead, go. Oh, I'm real good. All right, everybody got something? All right. So I'm going to pick one. I'm going to pick one person out of each group, and I'm hoping I might pick the right person to tell me something that you guys do that we didn't mention, because the only way we're going to get better, because you guys might do something we don't have no clue about. If I can think, if you guys got something, I'm ready to listen, okay? So I'm going to pick you, the one nodding yes to me.
When I talk to my clients, I always like to ask for referrals.
Okay? So when she talks to a client, she's always asking referrals. Do we have another one over there? Okay, when you ask for referrals, okay, and do you ask for a particular amount or just ask for referrals?
Well, I think, now, just learning here today that I'm going to start opening doors with annuities and just saying, by the way, if I can help, I'm starting to get my toes dirty. So it's something I want to do.
Perfect. Okay. You go with the gentleman in the front here with the cool looking hat.
I'm with the cool looking hat. The seminars. I know you guys have talked about that a little bit, but I'm going to look to see, learn more about those.
Okay. What's someone in the group? What is out of someone raised their hand? What is something you guys do that I didn't mention up here for client?
I call my clients twice a year.
So he calls his client twice a year. Okay. For some of us that's easy. For some of us that might be hard, right? If it's going to be hard, guess what? I guess we need to hire more people. That's a good one. Okay? Someone raise your hand if you want to tell me something you guys do. Oh, she's trying to lift your hand up. What do you guys do?
Email campaigns for CRM.
Okay? Email campaigns. Email campaigns for every month?
Yeah, monthly and quarterly.
Monthly and quarterly. Product knowledge or?
Some products, some newsletters.
Okay, so they do email campaign, which a lot of you guys have CRMs that will do email campaigns. They do it monthly, they do it quarterly, they do it some product, some just here's how the family is. We do a lot of the family ones for sure. I got people saying, hey, I know she had a new kid, or Matt had a new baby. It's really nice on that. Okay.
It includes birthdays, and it also includes about the time they would receive policy packets 93rd.
Perfect. So after they receive their card and stuff like that, I'll get to you in just a second. Okay? Yes, ma'am.
I have a two-part ownership, so I have a little help, but two ways. Personally on Facebook, when I sit across from them, hey, I'm going to go ahead and ask to be friends, look for my name, that I can follow, make sure that if they're having babies or if they've had surgery, we send them out a personal card, we'll give them a run, give them a call, make sure they're okay. If it's a business and it's local, somewhere we can go to, we will go visit, meet the ownership, meet their dog, bring them a treat. We always bring a gift to them when we're visiting, take a picture, post it, share it on our page and ours so that we can share wins that way.
Love that. So if you guys heard, they do a lot of engagement into the families. Okay? Bring gifts, get engaged on Facebook. So you mentioned that. I'm going to use it right here then. A lot of you guys are not my friends on Facebook. Okay? So if you look up Ty James on your Facebook, okay, I would like for you guys to go ahead and friend me so I can become friends with you guys. Because you guys, most of you guys are our agents, and it's sad if I'm not your friend on Facebook. Okay? Some people I know more than some of our own agents, and I want it to be the other way around. Okay? I want to know you guys just as much as I know other people. Okay? Yes, sir.
So I got this idea from a longtime friend of mine, completely unrelated industry. So on my own contact record in my phone, I put my name and then I put keywords of what I do. And then once I have any, I try to remember to do this every time, any interaction, I share the contact with them. So if they forget me, if they just type in Medicare, my name will come up. And let's say that they're working out their health club and, oh yeah, I've got this agent, but they don't have my card with them, but they'll have this with them. And I immediately, the first time I did this, 3 times in 1 week, I got 2 phone calls the next week from, oh yeah, so-and-so shared your contact information with me. So
That's a good deal. He puts it in the phone, shares the contact to them. I have done that several times, and I sort of tell that to my agents, but I didn't put it on the screen. I appreciate that. And if any of y'all know Cody to this day, I promise you, still has clients' phone numbers in his phone. He always, when they would call, we always use Miss Betty, so we'll use Miss Betty. If Miss Betty called him, he would say Betty was calling, and he would know exactly who it was because he put their number in his phone, so when they called, it wasn't like, hello. It was, hey, Miss Betty, how are you today? And they're like, what in the world happened? How do you know it's me? You do that too. So I appreciate all of you guys. My time is up. So.